I had I had all of these in order earlier today, and as I was reading them for a friend, he was talking about like changing a poem, and that like totally threw me off. So I read this poem a couple times, and a lot of people are telling me that it's a thinking poem. I don't know what that means, but I wrote this poem thinking about after I lost my grandmother at the age of 90. I lost my pet gecko, who I only had for 2 years, and also last year a spoken word artist by the name of Sekou Sondiata died of congestive heart failure. And I'm really a fan of his work, so just thinking about that whole death thing, I put this poem together. It's called Shift. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. Do not stand at my grave and cry. 3. Vessels for soul. Shifted consciousness. Or, the dogma dogs say, they didn't shift, they died. 1. Grandma Ida. 2. Pinky Smiley Crawford, my pet gecko. 3. Sekou Sondiata. The dogma dogs welt their backs with plastic crosses, singing, "They're home now." These 3 vessels ascended like a C major 7 over a D minor triad, their lessons learned. My mother goes to a spiritualist church after Catholic Mass. She got a message from Grandma telling her that there is a garden where light only grows. It reflects itself. There are no roots, just stars. Quote, dim words can't bring to ground where I am. Think of me when you're lonely. Grandma lived to 90. Sekou spoke words to 58. Pinky made 2 years. I could say they died, which means that dying, that oversimplified paragon, is significant overtime on Earth. But all hinges on the angle perception shifts. All hinges on the angle perception shifts. I got a phone call from a survey man who takes down verbatim every word I fumble through, asking, rate this movie, 10 being super, 1 being bad. Another time, while in the emergency room, chest glowing with infection that days later turned rabid, nurse asked me about my pain. Rate it, 1 being smiley-faced, 10 being kill me now. Both times, my throat was trenched with the questions, do number lines actually matter when they collide head-on? Does existing even slant the scale when life is weighted by dumb numbers? Number scales take the sacred science of math and declare it void. All hinges on consciousness shifts. All hinges on consciousness shifts. I don't use Anno Domini to appendix my year anymore, counting ages of death like picking beads off the floor, waiting for a man to return and solve his own murder. What the hell happened, Jesus says, as he missteps in the foyer of a church with a 2-story neon cross. Pat Robertson offers him a Bible school scholarship. A disowned zealot from the subway grabs his arm. With cheap hooch breath and eyes of big lighters, zealot shouts, repent or die. I am going to adopt the Celtic year of trees and the Chinese cycle of animals. Perhaps we are bound to this, that we see, feel, touch, and know it. Souls in rerun returning over again. And learning to let go, the grueling mystery, is now culture shock to Grandma, Sekou, and Pinky. But until we change the channel, this is home. The last poem I have, now, one of the people who blurbed my book actually liked this next poem because we're not particularly Angelina Jolie fans. And I wrote this poem before that whole story of her being, pregnant with quintuplets or whatever it is in Paris or something. Just twins? Okay. Before all that happened, I wrote this. I thought of the whole idea. What would it be like if Angelina Jolie was reincarnated? So, Angelina Jolie reincarnated. There is a dealer that sells lives, like pre-owned cars. I'm going to trade in Angelina Jolie. Like a rusted up Chevy slopper, she needs her soul rebuilt. The mystic mechanics, employing Gnostic diagnostics, will reincarnate her into an inner city youth. Born to a 15-year-old, a doomed kid on the block, dodging bullets and rocks and a life of government checks. No Kabbalah, exclusive day spa, or starvation diets for the red carpet. Just Mickey D's and KFC, enough to choke the arteries. And Hennessy ads with the face of Marvin Gaye. Ad reads, never blend in. Little Angelina will learn this. You never blend in when you're poor. You get screwed. In a world where billions are spent on war, not education, 5-0 on every corner, still feeling unsafe. And while mom's at night school or working 40 hours for minimum wage, she got to cook for her brothers and sisters and heat the apartment with the oven. Then, when no Hollywood harlot, A-list mother wannabe comes to buy her, she'd better learn fast that to keep your hands filled in life means you got to strain playing the game. It's all you. No one can save you, so don't let the world get your soul down. Get you so down that you let yourself down and dissolve in the ground. 99 ways to die. Don't got to pick one. Everyone's got a life to live. Some get a sick one. And no one's lucky. Even adopted, exotic, celebrity babies. And if little Angelina can't grasp that fact, better luck next time. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and Margaret for being here. Thanks a lot.